Hi, my name is Jeremy. I'm a mechanical engineering student, and today I'll be showcasing 10 things that I can't live without. Some of these things are very specific to the needs of my program, but some of them I think every student can benefit from. So let's get right into it. First up, we have the scientific calculator. This one here is the Casio FX991MS. This is actually not the calculator that I would recommend. I think that the best scientific calculator you can get out there is the Casio FX991ES Plus. Unfortunately, I left that calculator behind in an exam room a few semesters ago, and I was not able to get it back, but luckily I had this one as my backup calculator. It's definitely something that I think every student who is in a science, technology, engineering, or mathematics program needs, and it's something that I always keep around in my bag. We can't forget about caffeine. Whether it be coffee or tea or caffeine pills, I feel that so many engineering students like myself need a little pick-me-up to get me through the day. There are some days where you finish at 10 p.m. and you'll start class the next day at 8 a.m. and caffeine is something which is super crucial to get through that, but of course, enjoy it in moderation. Okay, so I think most students know that you're going to need a laptop in engineering, but a really underrated item I think is actually the tablet. My tablet of choice is the iPad Mini 5. I do have friends who use their tablets exclusively for note-taking. However, I prefer pen and paper. I just use this when I need to pull up lecture slides or review my textbook. So, if you don't know what an Arduino is a programmable microcontroller that you can connect to all sorts of electronic devices like your laptop, motors, and sensors, and you can make all sorts of things for them. I actually use this for 3 of my classes. Currently, I'm actually creating a sun tracking solar panel. If you are still carrying around one of those big bulky wallets, I don't know what you're doing. You need to make the switch over to something like a slim card holder. This card holder holds up to 7 different cards in it. I carry around so many cards with me that I use daily. This is actually one of the best $20 purchases I've made online. Of course, I carry around my student card, which I use for identification purposes and also to redeem discounts at certain stores. And then of course, I need my Presto to get around on the train and on the subway. And of course, there's also something that's really satisfying about just pulling up to the counter and doing this. So I actually carry around 2 pairs of earbuds with me. I carry around a wired pair for when I need to connect to Zoom classes. What's really good about these ones is they actually have a built-in mic. And I also carry around a wireless pair for when I am at the gym and I don't want a cable getting in the way. I actually do have a over-ear pair of headphones that I use when I'm at home, but of course that's not really practical to carry around in my bag with me. I am somewhat of what you would call a serial snacker, so I always keep snacks with me in my bag or on my desk. I snack in between classes, and the great thing with online classes is I can also snack during class as well. I try to generally eat pretty healthy, and I like to have a mix of fruits and nuts and granola bars. But you know, every once in a while you need that comfort food, and that is when the gummy bears come into play. You can't forget about a comfortable pair of shoes, especially when you're in the city. The shoes here that I have with me today are from the Adidas and Pharrell Williams collaboration. These are the tennis Who shoes. I do a lot of walking. When I get to the train station, I like to save a little bit of money, so instead of taking the subway, I usually just walk 20 minutes to campus. And of course, when you're in a pinch, having a comfortable pair of shoes with you can also serve as a gym shoe. I think a leather jacket or a leather alternative jacket is something that can totally elevate any outfit. There are some days when you only have 2 seconds to get out of bed and get out the door, and in those situations, throwing on a leather jacket can elevate any sort of messy look. I actually thrifted this one from a thrift store, so I got it for a really good price. I think every student should try to have one of these in their wardrobe, and if you can afford just one, I recommend picking up the engineering leather jacket. Between my phone, my iPad, and my wireless earbuds, You can see that I carry around quite a few electronic devices with me, so you might be asking, Jeremy, how do you make sure that these devices stay charged throughout the day? And that's actually with a power bank. I think we also all have that one friend that we know who is like notoriously bad at keeping their devices charged, and that friend is me. I always forget to charge my phone or my earbuds, so having this in a pinch is a lifesaver. Those were 10 items that I can't live without. Let us know down in the comments below if you share any of these items in common with me, or if you have some other essentials which I didn't showcase in this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.